How we doing, guys? Back again, man. Back again, peeps. Um, you guys can see the hairdo. I'm rocking it, looking like John Travolta. It is what it is, man. But today we're gonna be talking about a meta. And what I feel like what it's gonna be like moving forward. In damn, I don't know why I did that. And what's gonna happen moving forward. Sorry about this, guys. My mind is in a whole nother place right now. I'm in a content mindset. I forgot to do something before I went live, but it's all right. You know, we gonna make it work. It's good, guys. Excuse me. I got heat, so yes, I'm not gonna be wearing a Scully anymore unless my hair is just completely garbage. I know a lot of people are watching the Super Bowl right now, and if you aren't, that's fine too. Depending on how this type of stuff looks, you know, it's gonna kind of dictate how long I'm live for. But we're gonna shoot for like 30 to an hour, anyways. So what I noticed and stuff that's been going on is when you look at this like music and stuff like that, and you start noticing like little stuff. Like 6ix9ine was really kind of good at this type of stuff, and I bet you there was probably a couple people beforehand. Is the people who genuinely just make really like good, thoughtful music, they're kind of in the background right now. And after a lot of thought and stuff like that, and not even it doesn't even have to be thought, but just after me kind of like, how you doing, my man? How y'all doing, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all, man. Definitely stay tuned, man. We got a really good topic talking about, man. I'm surprised y'all probably like me. Y'all probably not even watching the Super Bowl, man. My team got hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad. Man, my team got kicked out, so what do you suck at? I don't know. So basically what I was just saying is, no, you're fine, brother, you're fine. So what I'm talking about is like, yeah, I mean, honestly, to be really honest, bro, I don't really even watch football like that. I decided to watch football just because, like, I had a few outside sources kind of, you know what I mean, trying to nudge me in that direction. I got really excited, and then my team got dropped right before the Super Bowl, so I'm kind of just out of the realm now. Now I don't even really want to watch it. I didn't want to watch it before, but, like, I play sports, though. I'm not, like, an avid, like, sports hater or anything like that. Bro, listen, bro. I would do a backflip, but I would literally I would do a backflip right now, but I would literally like smash my legs on my ceiling or something. Yo, dude. I would literally smash my legs on my ceiling and then land upside down, like on my neck. But yeah, so, I mean, okay, don't do it. I used to be able to do a front flip. Yeah, American football definitely looks better, but like I can't hate on nothing for real, just because like I mean everybody got their cup of tea. Like just because I don't like it doesn't mean, you know what I mean. Not that you were saying that, but that's just how I look at stuff. I'm hoping. Exactly. Tell them. But like, nah, I'm just playing. But definitely, I think I hope the Eagles win. I hope the Eagles win. Like if the refs is on the Chiefs side, then you already know how that's gonna go. I haven't even watched any of it. How you doing, Katie? I haven't even watched any of it, but if the refs are on stuff right now, and y'all probably watched a little bit of already, unless it's a later start, because I'm not really too familiar with that. if it's if the refs are on piss already, man, y'all already could expect what type of way it's gonna go. But if they're not, and the Eagles is looking good, bro, I hope the Eagles win. Um. So yeah, let me get back into this, guys. Hopefully, you guys here like music. If you like music, or you know what I mean, you make music, leave that down in the comments. Let me know what your guys' channel is. Let me let everybody else know so they can check out your music. Or if you just listen to music, you know what I mean, it's cool. You probably already noticed this, but what I was just saying is that a lot of people's music, that people who make really good music right now. Oh damn, Eagle. But then again, like I said, as soon as I don't know how long is left in the game, so I'm gonna just not even speak. But like if there's a time left in the game, you know what I mean. You know how it is. You know how it is. But so far, I mean, the Eagles about to spank them. But so basically, what I'm saying is, a lot of people who make good music, bro, they're in the background now. Like I kind of see myself in that area. Like I like people who genuinely are speaking about real stuff and real problems, and actually not mumbling their stuff, and they're not talking about guns, money, drugs, any of that stuff. Those people are in the background. And the meta now is the creativity meta and the uniqueness meta. I once seen a comment from a person that said, like, somebody was complaining about how the way that music is going and stuff like that. But in reality, he commented, what he responded to that comment, he was like, well, be more unique. You have to catch our attention. Now, I mean, I liked NF. I used to listen to him a whole lot. I used to listen to NF a whole lot. I don't know what he's talking about. What crime did you commit on August 3rd, 2014? I don't even know what you're talking about. I was like 13 or 14 in 2014. So, I mean, there goes that. But I feel like NF is really dope. But if you think about it, NF, like, that kind of proves my point in general, because NF is nowhere to be found right now. It's not that he's not making music. It's not that people who follow him aren't seeing anything and like he's not popular. It's that like he's nowhere in this whole pink dreads, like Kendrick, like those are like some of just the names of stuff that's going on. Like he's not in the mix. You feel what I'm saying? And music has gone very dark, very evil. Seems like if you promote evil, then you can make it. Exactly what I'm talking about. Like people sit there making screamo music, but the thing is, I can't down anybody for the type of music they make, because music is a form of expression and what they feel and getting out their stuff. You know what I mean? Even if they're mumbling on the track, like that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to hate. But you're right though. You're right. A lot of people are. It's going towards a weird negative path. And it's almost like if you're not spitting a certain way or talking about like guns, money, drugs, like I said earlier, it's like they don't want to hear it. They could care less. Unless they can listen to it. Like if they can't listen to it, like coming home drunk from a bar, just vibing out, really, and what they're listening to is the beat. If you want me to be completely honest. Yeah, I know Dax. And you know what's funny? Like Dax is also kind of getting with the meta, but he's like this. Like he's not down here like where NF is. Like he's not in the background no more, but he's not in the forefront yet either. I feel like he's a really good artist, but I feel like him going his own route and doing his own stuff and not letting people take control of what he's doing was good for him in general as well. But see, like auto-tune's been around though. Like he says, but this new school stuff ain't the one, auto-tune, etc. I just can't vibe with it. I mean, auto-tune's been around. Like people love T-Pain and he was using auto-tune, but guess what? He could really sing. It's the covering up the lack of talent with auto-tune, or just making auto-tune your whole thing. But like I said, I'm not here to hate on anybody because it's just a different form of expression. And a different wave. Like Lil Uzi uses auto-tune. I mean, like there's people, Juice WRLD use auto-tune. Thank you, I appreciate that. He said you're wise or whatever. Like, I appreciate you saying that, man. And if you like this type of stuff, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. I appreciate you, and you always come back. Be notified with that bell icon whenever I'm going live. Man, you're always welcome. But basically, what I'm saying is, like, people, really famous people, like, they use autotune, but it's the thing of, like, you're saying nothing and then just using autotune, and I get what you mean, but at the same time, I see it from a creator perspective as well, like a music creator. So it's really useful. Like, yeah. See, you see what I mean? Yeah, bro. Auto tune to cover up bad singers. Yeah. So you see what I mean? You see what I mean? But like, what's going on right now is if you're talking about God, or you're talking about this, it's the same. It's like almost a similar meta to YouTube in general. YouTube, if y'all didn't know, if y'all are YouTubers or you want to be a YouTuber, keep an eye out for this. Basically, what happens is, when you're educating people and you're talking about stuff that matters, you're gonna grow 10 times slower than an entertainer. An entertainer is just there. Like, they can inspire and motivate and stuff like that as well, and show you their lifestyle, but an entertainer is purely there for fun. Like, they're there to do those backflips. They're there, like, speed. Not even speed. Like, I can't, like I said, I can't just name drop. But that's kind of the same meta with music. If you're educating, it's going to take you 10 times longer to blow up, because it's a smaller pool. But the thing is, when you're educating versus entertaining is very, like, flimsy. Education, whether it be in music or content creating, is very evergreen. People are always going to want to learn what you know. Yeah, no, it definitely, it's weird. It's weird. It's like they sing about weird stuff, but also, if there was no bad, we couldn't appreciate the good. So that just makes me appreciate the people who are really, like, sitting here and rapping about, like, real stuff, and they're sitting here and rapping about, like, life moments, like people who rap about being in prison and why you should never be in prison. That's a huge impact to young men and young women who have the same mindset and stuff like that. Like, it makes me appreciate that type of music. But back on the meta, that's what I mean. Like, when you're an entertainer, you rap about nothing. It's very flimsy, but you could blow up overnight. If you're sitting there rapping about getting money in a Benz, in a Lamborghini, like, everybody could say these things and then eventually just blow up. Like, you could have 1,000 views, but if I'm sitting here and I'm J. Cole and I'm rapping about, like, taking care of my mom, or not even J. Cole, saying I'm whoever, and I'm up and coming, I'm rapping about taking care of my family, and I gotta do this to make sure that everybody's straight. If you look at it, even the people who make it off of rapping, they rap a certain way. Like, they have to almost they have to almost be a sheep in a wolf's clothing, almost like the new artists nowadays. You feel what I'm saying? Just because of the meta, they realize, like, hey, if you're spinning purely positive stuff, like, ain't nobody gonna look at it. But like certain people, like damn, I'm thinking about it right now. There's a couple people you gotta know what I'm talking about. The way they come off, they swag is, like, raw, so you could listen to it, you could vibe to it, got a crazy beat. You know what I mean? But if you really break down what they're saying, they're telling you, hey, don't do this. Like, make sure you take care of your people, stuff like that. Even they have to go by the certain meta of that type of thing. Exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, definitely. Like he said, I've done time. I'm 39. I spent half my life inside. There's better ways to reach people. Like, absolutely, I agree. But at the same time, it all depends on what type of rapper you are. And people, rap used to be about life experiences. I mean, yes, there's fun, entertainment, and there's education. So if you made a song about you coming out and actually changing, it could change people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So why hold that inside? I mean, yes, there's other ways to reach people. You don't always got to just rap about you being in prison, but you doing that and showing people the life that they should change and live another way. Then it's you got to look at it from every perspective. You feel me? Yeah, she said like NWA rapping about the reality and the police brutality nowadays. Exactly like you're saying, they just use the groundwork to get views. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Like they have to rap it nicely. They have a educational present, but the rapper they put it in, like the gift rap they put it in, it is the swaggy like new age entertainment rapping. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't do it that way, then it's just not gonna end up be popping. But like, I see. I mean, 39. Man, come on, man. You out here. You fairly young. But you know, I know what you mean. Like you get old like me and you realize, yeah, I know what you mean, man. Like I try to pride myself on understanding stuff like that. Like I'm still that type of guy. Like where if an old person is speaking, and by old, like I'm talking like 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. I'm the one that's gonna listen. Like everybody at the 5 minute mark, they're gonna start walking away. But I'm the type of person that'll sit there and listen for hours on end just because I wanna know. Like I wanna know you like and understand. Watch Wretch 32 popped off and fire in the booth. Give it a listen if you haven't. Yeah, man, no. I'ma definitely give it a listen. I'ma definitely give it a listen. You said Wretch 32. Wretch 32. Hold on, let me grab a pen. Wretch 32. I'm gonna remember it. It is what it is. But yeah. So I'm gonna listen to it, but like I said, bro, like I got copyrighted my first video, my first live, and I couldn't even release that. So I'm not even gonna lie, like you know how that goes. The music I listened to when I was younger, Tupac, Eminem, etc., doesn't help. Gin, killing, drugs, need something cleaner. Yeah, I mean, definitely that type of method of thinking has always been around. Like this is not something that's new. It's just being more mainstream now. Like it's the thing that everybody wants to be like. Everybody wants to pop a perk. Everybody wants to drink lean. Everybody wants to do this. And it's honestly, if you want me to be real, like it's not cool. Even if you make $1 million off of rapping about that type of stuff, there's people out there like who listening to this who young as hell, bro. But it also comes down to making your own choices. It's like the same thing if I was to say to my kid, GTA 5, you play GTA 5, you're going to grow up and you're going to rob cars and stuff like that. No, it all comes down to choice at the end of the day. But realistically, it does influence some type of subconscious thinking. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. His lyrics in that are real. Nah, don't get yourself in trouble, bro. Love your perspective, bro. You're real. I appreciate that, man. If you haven't already subscribed, man, like I said, I love having these conversations, man. Y'all welcome anytime, man. But we here, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, and then come back. You guys are welcome whenever, and then we can have these conversations all the time. I appreciate that. I get that. I damn. Damn. Am I gonna get clipped for that? Yeah. But like I appreciate that, man. And I honestly try my best to look at everything a specific way. And sometimes I look at it no specific way. There's some things you look at no specific direction just so you could have a clearer view on it. But like, yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. And I appreciate even more just coming from a person who's a lot like more experienced in life than me. So back on this meta, y'all boys. You feel what I'm saying? Basically, we're talking about music and just the negativity and stuff like that, and how that's more mainstream nowadays. Thank you, I appreciate that, my man. Like you see how many subscribers are, man. So that sub means a lot, and it's gonna mean a lot forever. But you know what I mean? I appreciate you. So what I mean by this new meta, now I'm gonna really get into the nitty gritty. The new meta is the creativity, is the uniqueness. Like, where is he at? Tabasco. I know you remember this. If you still here, Tabasco, let me know in the comments. I know you remember this. There was a day and age where if you were too unique and you were like black sheepish, you would get clowned. Nowadays, the people who are the black sheep, the people who are they always been, but like in music specifically, like the people who are black sheep, the people who are unique, that people think are weird, those are the people that go insane in music. Like I said, I was talking about earlier, I look at a comment, somebody complaining about music and how that nobody's like viewing their stuff, and nobody, and he basically said, to repeat it for the second time, he's saying, be unique. Brandon, hey, what's going on, Brandon, man? Stick around, man. We having this, do you create music? What's going on, my man, Brandon? Yep. What's your favorite? My favorite music, bro. That's a loaded question for me, bro, because I like all music. I like all forms of music. So that's why I had that conversation earlier with you guys. Like, I really, yeah, I've always been a black sheep. I prefer it. I'm me and not everybody else. Exactly. But people are it's but the thing you're gonna understand exactly what I'm talking about now. Like, big booger. What? Wow. Yeah, it's being glorified now like Miley Cyrus. She had an amazing voice. Yes, she went and did all what she did for attention. Look how she blew up. It's using the black sheep. Exactly. And then instead of one girl, that's one girl. I forget her name, bro, but she was drinking a like a handle of Tito's on stage, bro. I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she used to be like a kids YouTuber or something like that. And it's like, it's also in a different method as well. I would say like hip hop rap is probably my favorite, and then like old school music. I really vibe with like old school. Like, I resonate with a lot of old school stuff and ideologies. I don't know if it's just me, but like the thought of taking a girl to a drive-in, um, like jukeboxes, stuff like that. I don't know. Like, I resonate with a lot of that stuff. Like, I'm more in person. Like, I just recently started getting into this phone stuff. Like, I already had a phone. I already had social media, but like, I'm not that type of person. Like, who where I just spend all of my time doing whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I try to be as creative as possible. Yeah, bro. Like, I definitely no. I didn't watch the Super Bowl, bro. I couldn't bring myself to. My team got knocked out. If you already know, bro, the Bills got knocked out. But I mean, I couldn't bring myself to watch it. But so what I'm talking about is like this creativity thing. It's like, you have to be unique. So it's like, if people are dropping their vocals an octave, or people are using harmony vocals the entire length of the track. So it's not like good music is what's gonna get you there anymore. Now you need different music. That's the meta. It's creativity, being as creative as you can with your music, and creating a trend. Like, don't get me wrong though. There's people out there, like a lot of people who still like good music. Like bro said, NF. And if you like NF, then you know, bro. Like, people still like good music, but in reality, the creativity part is getting pushed in a weird way, using that black sheep thing, like trying to be like, if you look at, like I was saying earlier, 6ix9ine is really, really good at this. Like, he had all them colors. He did specific things, and like, it's subconsciously, people see this type of stuff, and that's what they're subscribing to. That's what they're watching a million times. That's what they're coming back to watch. Like, they're not like basically, I read a tips and tricks video. People say like, you have to have a hook. So basically, I have to say something outlandish as hell in the first bar of my song to get people to listen to it. That's what I mean by creativity. You got to be unique and weird and actually think about the art of this type of stuff. So my favorite song is Take My Name. My favorite song ever is The Fray, How to Save a Life. Yeah, see? Reg 32 and The Fray. See, I'm gonna have to get in tune. You know what I'm saying? Definitely have to get in tune. But like, people are using this weird way of like weird hairstyles. Like, back then, you could look normal and rap really good and have talent and blow up. Nowadays, you literally have to sit here and do weird little things to be different. And you know what I also just thought of? It might be the fact that it's so saturated that people are scrolling through hundreds and hundreds of artists, and you really have to divide yourself. You have to separate yourself enough. 78's music is the basis for so many bass lines today. And not even only that, like people are sampling like bro, thousands of those songs, bro. But I know exactly what you mean. So I need to sleep. Good night. All right, man. Good night, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You're here at two in the morning. I appreciate that, man. That's dedication. God bless you all. Take care. God bless, man. I appreciate that. It's a pity people don't appreciate the OGs. Nah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. People don't appreciate that type of stuff where, like, that's where you came from. You don't care about that type of stuff until it directly affects them. Until it becomes negative. Until they say something or they do something where, and then a person in their city that, like an OG in their city, has to contact them. Then that's when that respect is established. When it always has to be negative. It can't never be on no positive stuff like, yeah, I respect your music, bro. Like, I know you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't mean like I know gang type stuff, but I'm just saying like in general for the OGs and stuff like that. Like people just see it weirdly. Stay safe, my man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, my man. Took my dino mask, but she gave it back and decorated, and I decorated on mine too because I have to. Fire, man. Fire, man. The dino mask. Man, I don't know. I might have to get. I don't know. I don't know what y'all know. But hey, explain that a little bit more in the comments so I can read it. But now I think, like I said, what I was saying earlier, bro. It's also the saturation. Like there's so much music out there now. You got to do weird stuff, like, or you got to have a crazy budget. You have to have a crazy, insane budget. Exactly. It's like when they started giving Kanye respect for giving Paul McCartney a shot in music. Man achieved more than they can even imagine. They say Kanye gave him a shot. Exactly. Exactly. Because it's so weird to me that it's not it's said in a bunch of different videos and stuff like that I'll be watching, like just tutorials and stuff like that. It's not about how good you are as a rapper anymore. It's about how exposed, like your exposure and your popularity. Who's the most popular? And the easiest way to get popular is to be entertaining, is to have those views. And what's the quickest way to entertaining? Now we're starting to break down where my mind is at in this new meta. The quickest way to be entertaining is to be different. Like, and I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. Thank you for saying that. Paul McCartney was a part of the Beatles. Yeah, and the Beatles, and that's insane. See, that's insane. The Beatles are amazing. Like, legendary status. Now I'm gonna give you a perfect example of this type of like meta now, like this creativity meta. How creative could you be with your uniqueness, with your music, right? How creative you can be, like in the consumer's mind, everybody's gonna sit here and like anybody can record vocals and have good bars, but now they're thinking how creative could you be because their attention span is decreasing. So now they're thinking like, damn, in the first 5 seconds, if you don't grab my attention, I'm done. Like I don't even want to watch your song. So go on. Like people was literally rapping like that, and I'm not even hating. And I'm not even hating on that type of stuff. And then the people that said it sound like a mosquito, like, and they're on a beat like that, and the people all like, yo, bro, the producer or the engineer must have been roasting the hell out of you. And in reality, it didn't even matter because now he's popular just because he caught a hook in the meta. Are you an artist? Because my sister is an artist. Yes, sir. I am an artist. Yes, sir. I am an artist. I'm an aspiring artist. SpeakEz, all platforms. You know, music is out there. And like, I don't even mean to be like that. Yeah, I know I'm really here to inform, but you know what I mean. I gotta definitely throw that out there as well. And you said your sister is an artist. If your sister is an artist, and like, make sure, I don't even want to be out like, you know what I mean? Like I'm talking about some informational stuff. If your sister is an artist, bro, definitely show her my content and stuff like that, just for the fact that off of the little tutorials that I have, like I didn't even really get into the deep stuff yet. Like I plan on taking this farther, but definitely put her on, man. Show her a little bit of stuff and like that, and if you aren't already subscribed, man, you subscribe, and if she likes it, man, make sure she subscribes too, bro. Definitely put her on. It's the modern era and generation. Don't want to lump everyone together because there are some out there who don't conform to it. We get info instantly. Our phones and the world we live in allow us to gain access to things instantly, and that's why kids want to be captivated in 5 seconds. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't have said it no better. No better. And think about how things progressed. Now you can't even watch a like. I know you guys seen this too. Now the videos are split in half, and they got a dude cutting soap at the bottom of the video just to catch your attention. Like they'll have a podcast playing at the top, cut the video in half, and have a person crushing stuff with a crusher, or like people cutting soap or doing weird like satisfying things like that. They have to do that now to, or not have to, but that's a meta as well. Like I said, this meta kind of goes for everything. It's how creative you could be and how different you could think outside the box in order to get people to click on your video, in order to get people to click on your song and stream it. And then it's weird. Well, I wouldn't say it's weird. It's different. It's different. Like I'm still kind of getting used to this type of stuff. Right? That's also a reason why like plus my YouTube has been dormant for a long time. My music has been dormant, so I'm kind of just waking it up right now. And stuff like that, but I definitely got a lot of stuff planned for that. No, like I got ammunition for that. Hopefully the meta doesn't change immediately, which I don't think it will. It's only regressing from here. The attention span is getting smaller and smaller. There are people out there that really like long form content and stuff like that, but compared to the people who really like, that's why people like, think about it. Think about it. Either you play a game or you don't. It's like I say, all politicians go in wanting to change the world, but most of them are forced to follow the meta. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. In politics, bro. Oh my God, bro. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, you're right. You're right. And I gotta get with the program. I gotta get with the program, or create another program. But it's easier to just find my lane in the program already, that's situated, that people already know and they love. Think about it. If you're watching this right now, or in the future you're watching this as a regular posted video, think about it. Every time you go to a YouTube platform, or like any platform, YouTube, Instagram, you go straight to Reels. Straight to Reels. And this happens all the time. And that's just forcing people. Like if you're on YouTube, like I'm not gonna say I force myself to watch the full video, but I definitely try to lock myself in and not like do two things at once, or try to check. Like even when you're watching a long form video, you can't watch it without looking at the comments and seeing what other people think of it. And it's weird as hell. Yeah, I do it too. He said, "Yeah, I even do that. I do it too, man. I do it too." That's why I'm not hating on it or anything like that. But it just goes to show like the type of lengths you got to go to. But also, it's a lot easier to like I said, catch that hook in the algorithm with Reels and stuff like that too. Because if you word it correctly, you do certain things. It's like boom. Think about how many times a Reel asked you a question and you went to the comments, and that Reel played 10 times before you scrolled to the next Reel. Think about how many times that happened. Bro, that happened to me like 5 times in the past like 2 days. I'm not gonna say it happens all the time because I try to limit my scrolling, like my screen time, but it'll ask you a question, or it'll say, "What do you think of this?" And you'll go to the comments, and that thing will play forever. So like, it is a virality tactic, but I also understand what's going on with that too as well. I'd imagine so. I'd imagine so. Because if it's anything like songs, it's not like, oh, you get the stream for the first time, every first viewer. No, when you get a stream, it'll be like every time you play that front to back, that's a stream or that's a view. So if it's anything like music, I would assume so. That yeah. But if you also think about it, if you look at the videos in general, you can see that how that performed versus every other one. Like if you go on a TikTok account where they're asking one of those questions and they got music or whatever like that, and compare it to every other video probably got like 5K views, and then that specific video gets 130,000 views or a million views, and then that'll be like the proof. And like I try to do it, and like it's also it's like a different form of clickbaiting almost. But they're smart. That's what I'm saying. The creativity is what's like what's the word for that, man? My mind is all over the place. Creativity is what's valued right now. How creative can you get? And it's with everything, like I said, dude. Like I look at I go into a grocery store and I'm not thinking like, oh, money. I gotta spend money. No, I'm looking at different things. Like I'll go into a restaurant and I'll see they have the same item, but they label it in a different way, and then they double, triple X, quadruple X their sales. Like I went into Taco Bell and it said dipping burritos. I can almost swear it's the same burrito or it's a smaller version of their burrito, but since you could dip it in the same sauce they already sell, they're triple Xing their sales. You feel what I'm saying? Like I think of things in a different way. Ben, what's up? Bro, I'm in the UK too. I gotta sleep, bro, but I'll be back. You have a great viewpoint and excellent engagement. Stay safe and keep up the great work. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I hope you have a good night, man. Appreciate you even popping out, man. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, man, so you can come back and get notified anytime that I'm live. You're always welcome, man. What's going on, my man Ben? What's going on, Ben? We're just talking about music, man. But yeah, like I said, I got that different type of looking at things. Like I'm not thinking about, oh, what coffee am I gonna get? I'm in my mind, I'm thinking about how did I even get to the point, what attracted me to buy this coffee? Like, was it the signage? Was it the advertisement? Was it the smells? And that's kind of the way you got to think about music. You got to think about music and what is the most creative way that I can advertise or I can promote this music that will get the most people to become a fan. At this point, Celsius might as well sponsor me, man. It might as well sponsor me. Celsius might have, yo. I would say my favorite animal. Damn, that's kind of a. That's kind of a different question I ever asked. Damn, what's kind of my favorite animal? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard for me to, cause like I don't know. I see. Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite animal is a wolf. Yeah, I mean your name is Wolf, so. But truthfully, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Cause I never thought that deep into it. Like I can tell you what what my sign, the spirit animal for my sign. I can tell you all this type of stuff of what they say. But in reality, I never really thought about it. But like my favorite animal, like just love wise and just being around, it would have to either be a like one of the big cats, if I can raise it from a little baby, or it would be a dog. Just because like I don't know. I don't know. It'd have to be. And the dog versus cat debate, we had this on the last live. I'm not gonna lie. I have a bunch of stuffed animals. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. Funny story. I used to have a bunch of stuffed animals until I realized they were collecting dust as a kid. They used to collect dust, and I actually had an asthma attack from that. It's insane, right? Ah, it's just random story time. I don't know. I just remembered that when you said that. So long story short, I was a kid. I never ended up having stuffed animals after that. I had like one, and that was it. Not saying anything about you or whatever, but yeah, like I feel like a dog, because I also go based on what I know. Like I love dogs. Like you know what I mean. My family's always had dogs. I was always raised with dogs. I love cats too. This is which one I like more. Dogs is just kind of above, in my opinion, just because of the way they act. Hey man, power to you, man. I'm glad they don't. I'm glad they don't, man. I'm glad they don't. Nah, matter of fact, let me move this over here. I mean, for like, but the thing, well, going back on the music topic. Damn, your voice sounds like my sister's boyfriend. I mean, depending on how old your sister is and how old, you know what I mean, her boyfriend is, it's most likely because we're probably the same age. And if not, it's just, I don't know, maybe a demographic thing. Not a demographic, like I don't know the word for it. Like well, race and stuff like that. It may be similar. I don't know. But hey, he's a doppelganger, same voice. Um, but speaking about this music thing in general, like, and it's weird because I feel like yes, being unique is the meta, but also at the end of the day, people are not themselves either. Like there's people who literally go viral because they think of different ways of marketing, but their music sounds exactly like Lil Baby's, and it doesn't. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. But I mean, like I said, I can't hate. I just have to keep on what I'm doing and make sure I push it in creative ways as well. Yeah, I mean, I like guns. I like guns. You know what I mean? Um, but when it comes to guns, I'm very specific and stuff like that. Like I tend, like I'm a very energy type person. So when it comes to weapons and stuff like that, I don't know. I think differently. I tend to leave my weapons at home just because I don't want to bring that energy with me anywhere I go. Because I feel like it'll attract something to happen. But also, it's my mind too. It's manifestation. You manifest certain things. Yeah, that's dope, man. I don't have to go to bed. My mom was watching a movie with a friend. That's dope. See, that's dope, man. That's dope. If this is your YouTube account, man, make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you subscribe. You're always welcome. And if you're already subscribed, I appreciate that. But yeah, like if also if you're an up and coming artist and stuff like that, you should sit down and try to brainstorm what you could possibly do different than everybody else. Like obviously music is gonna be different anyways because it's not gonna be the same as anybody else's. Hopefully it's not gonna be. But like that first bar thing. Like try to think of the most creative thing you could say as a first bar as a hook, and be like, okay, damn. But now that I think about it, that kind of been this way forever because in books and stuff like that, you kind of gotta have a good like intro or stuff like that for them to want to read, uh, how like 500 1,000 page book. You have to be hooked into it and be like, oh damn, now I'm invested. How which way is he gonna go with this? So I mean, I guess I can't really hate. Think of any specific way about it. I mean, it's been that way forever, but people are just taking a different direction with it and trying to create trends that were never there, so it just makes harder. The reason why I say this is not to down other artists for doing it, but it's artists like myself and other people who are like me or that make good music to realize like, hey, bro, it's not only about good music anymore. Like you could sit and record a song and be like, yo, this was the best song I made yet. But it's about exposure. If you're not doing what you can to promote that, and doing what you can to make it entertaining for somebody or to make somebody wanna to make it listenable, to make people wanna play it a million times, like that's what I think about. If you ain't playing it 1,000 times, what makes you think somebody else is gonna play it 100 times? And that's what it comes down to. Like it has to be listenable, not only quality wise, but retention wise. Like you have to have some sort of fan retention or some sort of stream retention to the point where you can become creative enough to keep somebody locked in for the whole minute or the 2 minutes or the 3 minutes for your song. And another thing that goes into it is the length of the song. If you have a 5 minute song, those songs typically tend to do not as good stream wise than if it were a minute 30, 2:30. Like still to this day, 2:30 is around the sweet point. And people ain't even listening to the full 2:30. I'm gonna be real with you. It's like they listen to the first hook and the verse, and then that's it. They cut it off. You know what I mean? They don't even want to hear the second hook. And that's kind of how the thing is going. So you kind of got to be creative. You got to do stuff in between. You got to put yourself underwater for the transition. You might have to talk a little bit at the end of the beat. You know what I mean? You might have to do some stuff. My sister, bunch of music I like. My sister boyfriend like guns. That's dope. That's dope. I don't see the subscribe button. First thing I think of is a wolf. That's dope. That's dope. I'm a girl. That's fine. That's fine. You know, a lot of this music is for. I mean, a lot of this music talk. A lot of the lives I do is for boys and girls. I mean, I don't. It don't even. It's not even a big thing. If you don't see the subscribe button, you probably gotta click. I think somewhere either above or somewhere below, it'll show my profile. It might take you off the video, but you click that, Wolf, and you click that, and then it'll scroll down a little bit, and it'll say subscribe with the red button. And hit that, and make sure you hit that bell icon to make sure you're notified. So whenever I go live and stuff like that, and I do stuff like this, and I drop another YouTube video, which I got coming very soon, within a couple of days, you're there for it. And you're always welcome because, you know, we're having a good conversation right now. Look, everyone, I know the subscribe button at the top, but I don't see it. It's either you're already subscribed or you're still on the video full screen. If you pull off the video, like I said, it's probably gonna bring you off the video. And then you look, and then you'll see it. And if not, then maybe I probably just don't watch enough lives to know exactly what you're looking at right now. But nah, I talked about this before too. Like I don't. Yeah, see, exactly. Yep, it's gonna take you out of the video. Yep, perfect. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I used to play Fortnite, but things got weird, man. I talk about this all the time in my videos and stuff like that. I don't play video games anymore. But when I used to play Fortnite, but in like the early seasons. Nowadays I can't get into it no more, man. It's just like a bunch of. It's gearing towards kids, and that's okay, man. That's okay. Like let the kids have fun. I don't care. But yeah, as far as music, like it's becoming more than just you having good bars, you having a really nice beat. You used to be the fact that you could have a good beat, like a hard hitting beat. Now it not only has to be a good beat, but it has to be a creative beat. It can't sound like everything everybody's been hearing. Like little baby beats, like you know what I mean? People start hearing stuff like that. It gets too boring and repetitive. You start hearing a certain specific beat, you're like, no, I'll turn that off. I don't even want to hear that. You gotta start being a little bit more like they gotta be more creative, and at the end it has to hit hard or in the right way to convey that type of emotion. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love your videos. Do you have a VR? No, I don't have a VR, but my friend does, and I played his VR. Oh my god, virtual reality is crazy. Like The Walking Dead on virtual reality is insane. I tried boxing too, and that was fire. That was fire, definitely. But I just, like I said, I don't game no more. But at first, like the first 30 minutes of me playing, I was dizzy. I was dizzy as hell. I don't know if that's the everybody thing, but I was pretty dizzy. But yeah, like I said, man. Like I said about your older sister, if she makes music as well, put my videos out there. Let her know what's going on. Let her know. Be like, hey, I'm subscribed to this dude on YouTube. He makes great content for music artists and stuff like that, and tutorials on how to do certain things, on how to maneuver around certain things. I got a video coming out in a couple of days. Um, Let her know, and if she wants to, or you tell her to, have her subscribe. No, that's completely fine. I'm just gonna get it out there. I do not know what Gorilla Tag is, and I hope that's not nothing crazy. You already that sounded weird. Like Gorilla Tag. Do you play Gorilla Tag? I don't know what that is. Um, but yeah. So, it, and like I said, I just keep trying to come back to this music thing because, I try to give you guys the most music based content I can. Um, People used to say like if you create a book, you can't create a book about what you want to write or what you think people want to look and read. You have to write a book that people they want to read, not that you think they will want to read, and not about what you think you want to write about. It has to be about what they want to read and what they would pay to read. So it has to be interesting. So you have to take that same concept and point that towards music and be like, hey, what would be a fun listen to? Like, what would people have fun listening to in a song? Or what would people be like, damn, this is a super good song. This is super creative. And like at the end of the day, you're the only person, like you're unique in and as itself. So just be yourself, but also bring some of that new age creativity into it, that meta creativity into it. Like, hey, wear a colorful shirt or have a really good video. Like I'm not gonna say you have to have a crazy budget with your music videos or anything like that, but make them creative. Do stuff like that'll subconsciously like keep people glued to the screen. Like people do stuff like I don't know if you guys seen it. Like people make videos where they buy a Lamborghini and then jump on it and like do a like swan dive on their Lamborghini's windshield, or they're like boom right on their windshield and crack it, and subconsciously we're watching it and we're glued to the screen. We're like, yo, is he really gonna do this? And he pulls out a hammer and we're like, oh damn, don't do it. And it's little stuff like that. Like if you were to incorporate that into music videos or try to be type of a different type of methodical with the way you search for beats, or you know what I mean. It'll definitely attract the people, the masses, to do that type of stuff. It's not crazy, but it's all over YouTube. If you want to play a song, you gotta buy a script first. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by buy a script? And yeah, no, I had not heard anything about Grill Tag. It's probably a new trend going on social media and stuff like that. Trying to make a song. Well, I mean, I make songs. I make music in general. You might have to explain a little bit into it, stuff like that. But I'm sorry, Wolf. Sorry, Wolf. This is like a school night for me. Not really, but like I got a 9 to 5 to wake up to, or whatever, stuff like that. So I hope what I was talking about this video was definitely helpful to people who make music and who want to know what's going on with moving forward with music. It's not only about making good music anymore. It's about being popular. It's about being a specific way. And like I said, you don't have to do those things. You don't have to follow the meta. But at the end of the day, you're going to grow really slow. That's just how it is. You're going to grow slow. It's going to be evergreen, and you're going to attract people who are forever going to be your fan because they're looking for those things. But it's just going to be a lot slower than if you would do different things. Damn, do you know 12 people from a challenge? Somebody choke yourself so you black out. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. That's insane. That's insane. Rest in peace, man. God bless. Yeah, don't do that type of stuff. And everybody you know who's thinking about stuff like that, watching stuff like that, tell them not to do that either. Not the smartest idea. Not saying that they weren't smart, but they were just doing something like you don't mess around with. Don't mess around with nothing like that. But yeah, no, definitely I hope that this type of video, you know, reaches as many people as it can. Helps out those who make music. You know, I started noticing this trend a while ago, and today I just came up and I'm like, oh, talk about that. A lot of these, like I'm getting more prepared for these. First, second one, kind of on the fly, but I'm definitely getting more prepared and gonna have a lot more content coming up. Wolf, appreciate you. Everybody else that commented, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned. I got a lot more lives, a lot more whatever going on. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Wolf, for commenting. Thank you for being yeah. No, you gotta write it. Yeah. Typically, yeah. A lot of people don't though. Like you don't have to, but like if you want it to sound a specific way, then yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's how it used to go. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, man. Wolf, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have another live either at the same time next week or sometime in the middle of this week coming up. I want to try to do 2 lives a week, but we'll see how that goes. For now, it's just gonna be one on the weekends. Come back, stay tuned. I love y'all, man. Appreciate it. Peace.